Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother AHBAD from YAHAWAH, GMS in Petersburg, Florida. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAKADASH. YAHAWAH is whom the world ignorantly calls Lord and God. YAHAWASHI is whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the Messiah. I want to give a double honor to my elder apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Alright, who are fervent and continually pushing out the truth of the Bible, which comes in the spirit of prophecy and faith and honesty. Singing honest salutation to all you sincere brothers out there constantly pushing this word to the sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to the sincere men and women and children that are also members of the body of YAHAWASHI, who consists of the 1/3 in Zechariah 13th chapter. I also want to say peace and blessings to all the confusion of faces out there in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, peace and blessings be unto you as well. I'm going to just get straight to the point. I.U.I.C, this is the mark of the beast. All right. And I'm just going to go straight to the Bible. And I'm going to, just go into a little etymology here and there. And then, I'm going to just let the spirit sup with you if it happens, let the spirit take over. But as you can see, I'm going to Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse. Now listen to this. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. Okay, and when it says both small and great, that's not talking about like small nation or great nation. Small or great meaning like regardless of whatever your social status, whatever your social status is. All right, whether you're the head of whether you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, an NBA player, or someone who's bagging groceries at the grocery store, or somebody who is a plumber, or even somebody who lives on the street. Rich and poor, and that also falls under that category as well. Free and bond, so you could be a law-abiding citizen or someone who's actually locked up in jail. All right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So in other words, it's going to be a point when everyone on earth, man, they're going to be tried to do what? To get the mark of the beast. And it's evident in the mark of the beast, which is called, also known as the RFID chip. In America, it'll be the RFID chip, radio frequency identification device, which you already have, like the chips in your in like your debit cards. Now you have it in your cellular phone. In Europe, they call it the NFC, near frequency communication. All right, or near field communication. All right. So I'm going to go into that word mark. And you see that word mark there is charagba. Now I'm going to play it. I don't know if you might not be able to hear it, but bear with me. And it says charagma. Okay. If you go into the word, it says a stamp and imprinted mark. Of the mark stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which that's not what it is. It basically means that you're going to be taking that RFID chip in your right hand. As you can look on the left side of the screen, you see individuals, they getting it, they're holding it in their hands, they're getting it in their hands, even showing you, like right here, the top lady has a barcode on her forehead. I'm going to tell you what that means as well through the spirit. All right, so on the word charagba basically means to make a mark. And if someone makes a mark, it says N. It didn't say on. A stamp is something that you can press on. All right. It says N. So that means it has to be inserted inside of you. All right. Read it again. Revelation 13 and 16. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And what do they mean by forehead? They don't mean that they're going to put a needle in your forehead. You have people who have certain medical conditions where they can't, like, may have dementia, or they may be paralyzed or something, and then what they'll do, they'll put a chip in their head so that they'll be able to activate their neurons in their body, your nervous system, which makes you move, or endocrine system, so that you'll be able to operate functionally using your motor skills, like talking, walking, picking up a pencil, or moving your arm, waving, wiggling your fingers, your phalanges, things like that. So that's another way of them putting it in your foreheads. Now listen to this, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And as you can see, as we're looking at it right now, a lot of things are becoming digitized, becoming digital. I believe in Australia, you can't use no physical currency. Everything is electronic. I believe India followed that same path as well. All right. And even in Sweden, I think they have all their employees, they're getting microchip. They're getting the mark of the beast put inside their hands. And right here in America, as we speak today, you have a company in Wisconsin where they actually were microchipping their employees. So it's not far-fetched. I mean, it's even gotten to the point where they took this rapper named Kid Boo, and he has it. There's a video of him on YouTube opening hotel room doors with the mark of the beast, with the microchip in his hand. So if that's not what it is, then can you please tell me what it is? Nathaniel, Bishop Nathaniel, what is it? Deacon ASAP? I'm asking you, I.U.I.C, because you got to understand, people are going to die if they take this beast, if they take this mark, man. Okay? And you're leading the people astray. You're not leading them to the light. You're keeping them in the dark. Now read Revelations 13 and 17 again. That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if you're thinking, how am I going to eat in that day? It's called faith. That's why I.U.I.C don't try and build you up on faith. All right, they glamorize, they sensationalize, man. They like to broaden their phylacteries like the wicked scribes and Pharisees YAHAWASHI was speaking about, man. How is it that you're going to try and be a king or try and establish your kingdom inside of Esau's kingdom, Esau, the so-called white man's kingdom? That doesn't make any sense. That's like you trying to become a boss in prison. Yeah, you could run a few things here and there, but they can always throw your ass in solitary, man. And your bishop, they think you should know that because he's the head. Well, not the head. He's a detective for the NYPD. The NYPD is the most corrupt police force in the world. But now, a detective from NYPD is running I.U.I.C. You people need to sit back and just realize and analyze what is really going on, man, and who you're following. All right, some of you may be sincere, but I'm sincerely warning you as well, man, that this is the mark of the beast and do not take it. Now, going back into the Bible, Revelations 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. Now, remember, I said we we're going to talk about this lady that got this, that has this barcode on her head. Listen. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, when you look at the word 60, score means 20. Score has a value of 20. So you multiply 20 times 3, you get 60. So if you got 660 and 6, what does that mean? 666, 666. That would be a number, 666. Now, why would you say, why would the Bible say it's the number of a man? Well, you look at the barcode, you know, call YAHAWASHI for the elders of Great Millstone, man. When you look at the barcode has, let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. All right. As you can see at the very beginning of this barcode, there are two lines, two long lines that sit by themselves, two skinny lines. In the middle, between the 5 and the 6, you can see two long lines. If you go to the end of the barcode on the far right, you see two long, thin lines. Each line has a value of 3. Okay. So when you add them two lines up in the front, you get 6. The two lines in the middle, you get 6. The two lines at the end, you get 6. What's that? 666. That's the number of the beast, man. And you can do your research. You can do your research on that as well. I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm just getting a few key points so that you can go and understand this for yourself. Because the scripture says, "One man esteemed one day above another." Like, we know the Sabbath to be every new moon, but then you still have Israelites out here saying from Friday to Saturday. Well, guess what? One man esteemed one day above another. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. I'm putting it out there so that you can get an understanding, so that when the Lord comes back, and if you do have that chip, you will die. You will perish with that chip. Now, going back to Revelations, as a matter of fact, not Revelation right now. I want to go to the book of Isaiah, just to prove that it's also in the book of Isaiah as well, so people don't get it misconstrued here. Isaiah 36 and 5. I say. So like I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Now on whom dost thou trust that thou rebellest against me? Do you trust in these words and the spirit of prophecy, or are you going to trust in what a man is telling you contrary to what the scripture is saying? And it's evident that it's here today, okay? Verse 6, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. That's talking about America. America is spiritually Egypt, for where our people are. The word Egypt is a Greek word, which is Egyptos, but if you go back to the Hebrew word, it'll be Matazarium, which is Mizraim, one of the sons of Ham, and it means double straits, which we are in double straits. We're in the bondage here in America, and really in the Western Hemisphere, all so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans who are Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, and another way to look at us being in double straits, meaning that we are stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. You know, straits mean that you are in dire measures, man. You're in a hard time. You are in a very critical situation, which we are here in America. All right. But anyways, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. So now, if you get this mark of the beast, that means that you trust in this system. You trust in the president, because another word for Pharaoh could be president, it could be emperor, it could be king. In other words, a ruler of a nation. Okay, so if you take this mark of the beast, that means that you trust in Egypt, you trust in America, and you don't trust in the Lord. All right, now with that being said, let me prove another point here, because I want to go into that word. Where is it? That word read really quick. And I'm gonna just try and get to the point. If I'm already past 10 minutes, like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. I just want to like give you PowerPoints, you know. It's the word read in the Hebrew is quanah. Quanah. Now, when I go to the root word and listen to what it says in the root word, all right, I'm just getting straight to the point. You can always look at it for yourself. It says to get, acquire, create, buy, possess. Listen to this though. Because when you go purchase something, you make a possession. Look at this. It's another word. If you go to the KJV right here, translation count, the Strongs, it says buy, get, purchase, buyer, possess, possessor, possessed, owner. All right. Now listen to this. This is the strong definition for konah in the root word. Create by extension, to procure, especially by purchase. Casually sell. You can't get over that. Hold on, wait a minute. What does that go back to? What does that go right back to? That goes right back to this. Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. Call HALAL YAHAWASHI. And I got this breakdown from the elders, man. Elder Apostle Gabar went into this a while back. Right? But what it says right here. Revelation 13:16. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name in his hand, in his hand, in his hand. All right. So you can't get over that. So now I went into that. I went into Isaiah 36:5, and I mentioned the word read. Okay. So now, also like it. Now I want you to bear with me real quick. Bear with me real quick on this one. I'm going to type in the word read. And I'm going to go back to the word canoodle to make my point. This is word read. Now, they give you many definitions here, of course, and the etymology. Tall, broadleaf, grass growing in wet places, things like that. So I scroll down and it says musical pipe made from a reed stem. Meaning a reed instrument, okay? A stem, an instrument, a pipe. So we think about a pipe, think about like a flute or like a cornet. What else I want to say? Piccolo, you know, or recorder. Those small little pipes. They look like tubes, right? Okay. Now I went into the word canula. Bear with me, because remember I just read Isaiah 36:5. Now I go into the word canula. Listen to what it says. Tubular surgical instrument inserted in the body to drain fluid. Something that's inserted in the body, but it's surgical. It's a tubular. Look at what it says down here. Small reed or pipe. Now I went on Google and typed in cannula reed, and look what came up. Wow. This is what came up. It's inserted in your body. Whenever somebody goes to the hospital to get admitted, they'll put an IV in you, right? They had to use a cannula, the reed, to put inside, right inside your hand, don't they? Right there between your thumb and your index finger, your pointing finger. So it's the same thing as the mark of the beast, man. They're gonna use that same instrument to put the chip inside of you. So there's no excuse, man. You should not be taking that mark of the beast, and if you do, this is what's gonna happen unto you. Through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long, but I had to make sure I get my point across through the spirit, man. Salaki, let me get Revelations 14 now. So this is what's gonna happen to you if you take that mark of the beast, if you accept it and don't trust in the Lord. Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, which is the system, the society today, Job 9:24, earth and given to the hands of the wicked. If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in their forehead or in his hand. So somebody said, well, I got it in my left hand. If you receive it, period. That's the point. Because you pretty much mark, you brand it. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And what does it mean by fire and brimstone? It's going to come from the sky. The same way the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, fire and brimstone came from the sky. So how is he going to do it again? With thermonuclear warheads, all right? Isaiah 54:16, the Lord said, I have created the waster to destroy, man, all right? And what can waste the entire country? What can waste the entire land? Bombs, but not just bombs, thermonuclear warheads, all right? Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment is sending up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh in the faith of YAHAWASHI. So guess what? You have to have faith as well. You have to have faith as well that the Lord will be with you in the day that he will feed you, man. What happened when Daniel went down to the lion's den? The lions don't eat for like a long time until they get him somebody, so to say, for punishment. Guess what happened? They didn't touch Daniel, and by the vehemency of an angel took Habakkuk by his hair and dropped him in the lion's den and told him to give Daniel this food in Babylon. So Daniel got fed. Elijah got fed after he slaughtered the 400 worshippers of Baal. So you got to believe that you're going to be fed in that day too. So don't take that mark of the beast. But one more precept real quick. This is for you who not wanting the people. This is what we're supposed to do, and this is what happen if you don't want the people of the evil to come, or the things that shall transpire in this society through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. All right. Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Therefore, knowing the terrors of the Lord, we persuade men. What's that? 1 Corinthians 5:11, or 2 Corinthians 5:11. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, that same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So you're gonna have a lot of blood on your hand, Nathaniel, for not warning the people, man. For not wanting them to trust in Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, not Most High Christ bless, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, he turned not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So this is why we push so hard on telling people what the mark of the beast is, because we want to be saved from the Lord, so we're going to warn you of what to come. And after that, like Pilate washed his hands. There's no more we can do, man, all right? But nonetheless, though, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem YAHAWASHI, by Hashem Rechakadash, double honor to my elder apostles, great millstone, sing honor to all you brothers, preach and bless to the 1/3, confusing the faces. Like I always say, man, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Kwame Yasha Allah, Wafla Babal, Shalom.